Welcome to Culture Screen, where we analyze culture through countdown. Game Boy is an 8-bit handheld game console, manufactured and developed by Nintendo Corporation. It is the first handheld in the Game Boy family. It was released in Japan April 21st of 1989, and in North America 3 months later. These are the top 10 games released for the Game Boy. Number 10, Tetris. Tetris received an 8.7 out of 10 for average user ratings on GameStop.com. It was released on June 14, 1989, developed by Bulletproof Software, published by Nintendo. Tetris is a portable version of the original Tetris made by Alexei Pajitnov. In the North American and European markets, it was prepackaged with the Game Boy itself. Number 9, Ninja Gaiden Showdown. Showdown received 7.9 out of 10 average user rating by GameStop.com. It was released on December 13, 1991, developed by Natsume and published by Tecom. Ninja Gaiden Showdown is the prequel to the Ninja Gaiden trilogy on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Showdown is set 3 years before the first Ninja Gaiden on the NES. The player controls Ryu Hayabusa, who has to save New York City from the armed forces of Emperor Garadu, a servant of Jakio. Ryu uses a basic sword attack and fire wheel attack that can be recharged for up to 5 uses. In the NES games, Ryu can stick to or climb walls, but on the Game Boy version he cannot. However, he can hang onto railings and move underneath them, like in Ninja Gaiden 3. Number 8, Mega Man 5. Mega Man 5 received 8.2 out of 10 average user rating by Nintendo Life. It was released on July 22, 1994, developed by Minichuki Engineering and published by Capcom. Mega Man 5 continues the protagonist, Mega Man, on his journey to defend planet Earth against a group of alien robots called the Star Droids. Mega Man 5 is unique in that it was the first Mega Man game to feature its own original bosses, rather than recycling the ones used on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Mega Man 5 is an action platformer, where the player will select stages in a non-linear fashion and acquire the weapons of each boss that they defeat on their journey. Although it plays nearly identical to other games in the series, Mega Man 5 has a new default weapon, the Mega Arm, and introduces Tango, a new assistant to Mega Man. Number 7, Street Fighter II. Street Fighter II received 7.2 out of 10 average user rating by GameStop.com. It was released on September 11, 1995, developed by Sun L and published by Capcom. Due to the hardware limitations of the Game Boy, Street Fighter II was cut and had some reductions made to compromise from its original source to the handheld Game Boy. Street Fighter II is considered a pioneer for being able to translate from its original 6-button gamepad layout to the Street Fighter's Game Boy 2-button layout. The storyline continues the plot of the console and arcade games, with 6 of the World Warriors entering the fighting tournament sponsored by the infamous Shadaloo Corporation. Number 6, Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 2 received 8 out of 10 average user ratings by GameStop.com. Released in June 1993, developed by Midway and also published by Midway. Mortal Kombat 2 did not have all of the characters on its Game Boy rendition that it had on its original source. Only 8 of its 12 characters, such as Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Liu Kang, appear on the Game Boy version. After defeating these 8 characters, you will fight Shao Kahn. Along your journey, you may end up fighting 2 hidden characters as well. Character movement and gamepad controls are smooth, and due to the Game Boy's gamepad buttons, there is only one type of punch and kick, but a large enough variety of moves are available, and each character has its own set of special attacks. Number 5, The Amazing Spider-Man. SpiderMan received 6.1 out of 10 average user ratings by GameStop.com. released July of 1990, developed by Rare and published by Nintendo. In The Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man's most famous supervillains have found out about his secret identity as Peter Parker, and they have kidnapped Mary Jane, his wife. Throughout the action game, you'll play through various city locations and battle an assortment of animals, thugs, and supervillains like Mysterio, Green Goblin, Scorpion, Rhino, Dr. Octopus, and Venom to find the location of your wife, Mary Jane. Spider-Man has 3 additional lives and only 3 continues when your lives run out. The cutscenes after each level depict Spider-Man's catchphrases with each supervillain to find out where he has to go to next on his search for Mary Jane. Spider-Man has 2 types of jumps, a double height jump and a normal height jump. After double jumping, you can swing from your web. This can be done until your web meter runs out, of course. Number 4. Donkey Kong Land 3. Donkey Kong Land 3 received 8 out of 10 average user ratings. Released on October 27, 1997, developed by Rare and published by Nintendo. Like many other games in the Donkey Kong series, Donkey Kong Land 3 is a portable counterpart of the SNES version of the game. A competition has begun for the search of the lost toilet. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong have both taken off to find it on their own. Since Donkey and Diddy are off on their search, Dixie partners with her little cousin, Kooky Kong, to begin their own search. 2 years after this game's North American and European release, Nintendo released a Game Boy Color version of the game in its Japanese market. Number 3. The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Link's Awakening received 8.9 out of 10 average user ratings from GameStop.com. Released on June 6, 1993, developed by Nintendo EAD and published by Nintendo. This is the 4th installment of the Legend of Zelda series and the first on the Game Boy console. Link's Awakening does not feature Princess Zelda, the Triforce relic, nor does it take place in Hyrule. Link starts the game stranded on the Koholint Island, a location that is guarded by the Windfish, a whale-like deity. As Link, the player will fight monsters and solve puzzles as they search for the 8 musical instruments they need to awaken the sleeping Windfish and liberate the Windfish so Link can go home. Number 2. Super Mario Land. Super Mario Land received 8.1 out of 10 average user ratings. It was released on April 21, 1989, developed and published by Nintendo. Super Mario Land is the first platform game to be released for a handheld. Its gameplay is similar to 1985 Super Mario Bros. The game was resized for the Game Boy's smaller screen, and in it the player advances Mario towards the end of the game's 12 levels by side-scrolling to the right and jumping over platforms while avoiding various enemies and cliffs. Unlike other Mario games, the Super Mario Land Game Boy game is located in Sarasa Land. Sarasa Land was a new environment for the Mario franchise. All throughout the game, Mario searches for Princess Daisy. Princess Daisy made her debut in this game as well. Number 1. Pokemon Yellow. Pokemon Yellow received 9 out of 10 average ratings on Nintendo Life. Released on September 12, 1998, developed by Game Freak and published by Nintendo. Pokemon Yellow is an enhanced version of the incredibly successful Pokemon Red and Blue. Yellow is loosely based on the anime, Pokemon, and it's one of the first generation Pokemon video games. Pokemon Yellow was also released with a special edition yellow-colored Pokemon-themed Game Boy. Just like Pokemon Red and Blue, the Yellow takes place in the Kanto region, featuring the original habitats for the first 151 Pokemon species. The objective throughout the game is the same as in Red and Blue. Although there are some differences, they are mostly the same game. One difference is that in the beginning, the player is not given the original option of choosing one of the 3 starter Pokemon. Instead, the player is given a wild Pikachu that Professor Oak catches becoming the player's starter Pokemon. The rival character takes an Eevee, and the plot is loosely based on the Indigo League saga of the anime series, or have been enhanced to resemble their anime designs. For example, Jessie, James, Meowth, Nurse Joy, and Officer Ginny all resemble the versions of the anime. Just like in the anime series, Pikachu refuses to evolve or go inside the player's Pokeball, causing Pikachu to follow behind on foot as you travel throughout the Kanto region. In Pokemon Yellow, the player is given the opportunity to obtain the original 3 starters, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander. Whereas in Pokemon Red and Blue, you could only choose one of those 3. We upload new videos every week, so subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the like button as well. Click the notification bell to be notified of when we upload these videos. See you on the next episode of Culture Screen.